Hello everybody and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. Fantastic Mr. Ghost. And we're in the DLC Dead Money. And we're looking at the Sierra Madre with its reddish smoke, toxic red gas. And we're trying to get through this here. I've never played it before. I'm liking it, but it is kind of a pain learning something new. I downloaded 2 mods, and I think I downloaded the wrong one, and then I'm like, okay, let me try this. Oh, let me back that out and put the other one in. It's supposed to shut up these NPCs for Dead Money and Honest Hearts. Well, the God guy here, as you can see, still is chattering constantly. And I don't know why the mod is not working. It is installed, it's enabled, and I'm using the Vortex, you know. I don't understand why. I mean, he's so freaking loud, it's ridiculous. So anyway, I'm trying these 2 mods. I'm going to keep going. Maybe I'll look up some information to see if even with the mod, it's not doing it. Maybe there's some information on that. The other thing I'm trying to find out is, can I slow down the text where she's talking? I'm gonna go over here because he's so loud. The girl, Christine, I'm trying to figure out how I can get the text to stay on the screen until I'm done reading it, which is so stupid that they didn't. Why do they have? It's a specifically timed. It's timed. Every sentence, every dialogue has the same timer applied to it, and apparently there's some tweaks mod where you can go in and change things because what you're doing is you're rewriting the ini file, the ini files, and it's very difficult to figure out which entry is for specific things. So the mod dev, I think, it makes it more clear in English what you're changing, and then it rewrites the mod file, the ini file, and it keeps a log of what or I think it reads it in, and then you change it, writes it. You know, there might be defaults, you know, setting to, you know, revert back to defaults. So I was looking at that, and it was just way too complex for what I want. I just want to slow the text down, and I don't want all these other features. It's always the case, you know, it's like too many features and not what you want. So anyway, I've been trying to do that. Now, full disclosure, I've had conversations with all 3 of these again. They have a ton of dialogue still. And I went with Dean, and I was going to set him up and try and figure his location where we have to put him in order to open up the Sierra Madre here. And I guess that gate will open there. He'll let Elijah will let us in, and then we can get into the casino. So I was trying to figure him out. So I have him as a companion. I went to where he's supposed to go. So if I go to the map view here, he's there. Oh, I have to get him as a companion first, and then it tells you where to go. And you know, I'm not familiar with this map at all, where to go, where everything is. You know, it's one of those things where you got to learn it. It's fun to do. So I'm supposed to go somewhere with him on a roof. Well, I brought him with, and I think his sneak is so low, he's blowing my cover. So I'm getting attacked constantly by these damn creatures, you know. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is make him a companion. I'm gonna have to find out where I'm supposed to bring him, because I've got this poison gas, I've got the creatures, and I got these radios, all to contend with. And in the meantime, I'm trying to figure out where, you know, I'm not familiar with this map at all. I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go, and I'm getting constantly attacked by these damn creatures. And it's not because of me. I'm sneaking. It's because of this. I think it's because of this idiot. The companions don't share your sneak level, so they're like loud as hell. Even though you're sneaking and they're crouched and sneaking, it doesn't share your 100 sneak. It's like he's like 10, you know. So it's really frustrating, but I think I've got it figured out now. So let's go over here. He's the only one who's talking. The only one. All right, so I'm going to talk to... Oh, So another thing that I got to figure out here is I have an addiction to alcohol, and I didn't realize it. So my agility and charisma is knocked down by 1. So before I talk to her, I've got this issue here with, well, here's the problem. I need perception and I need intelligence with her. And because there's a bunch of skill checks and stuff in there. So I wish this thing would just freaking work there. So I'm going to take this absinthe. All right. And I don't want to get any more addictions because I don't know where the auto dock is to cure these. So here I have to take drugs and stuff to get my skills and things up, or my special. But now I'm getting addicted and I have no remedy, you know. So now what that's doing is it knocked my intelligence down. So I'm down to intelligence 6. I should be at 7. So that means I have to take a mentats to talk to her as well. It's going to bring my intelligence up +1 from where I was, which is going to be now 8. I should be at 9 intelligence, unfortunately, but that's where I'm at. So I'm going to talk to her, and now she's looking at the fountain, her eyes narrowed. She then scans the courtyard perimeter, gauging distance. She glances at your wrist, then back at the fountain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to read this dialogue. Now, as the viewer, you can pause the video and read it. Me, I can't, because this shit, it disappears too fast, you know, on the longer sentences and I have to comprehend what she's gesturing in all this. So it's really annoying. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through her dialogue. We're going to go through Dean's, and then we'll go through God's here, and we'll get some information from them. And then I want to work on Dean and getting him placed where he needs to go. But he has a perk that I'm going to need, because he's got a gas resistance perk that I want. She has another interesting perk that I want too. So let's talk to her about the Science 75. You think he's using the Pip-Boy to establish the projector connection? So we were talking about Elijah here. And she nods and raises her hand, palms facing the other, then rotates 180 degrees arc and back. So she's like, yeah, in an area. So think he might be close then. Any idea where? She surveys the area, focusing upwards. She glances at the casino, frowns, and looks west and east. Holds out her hand and then motions at your Pip-Boy. Now, we're going to show her the Pip-Boy. Christine studies the Pip-Boy intently, turning her arm around as if your wrist's a sensor module she just found. She doesn't seem interested in the screen. She studies the exterior, then the casing. She seems to be making sure it's intact. So we're going to wait now. Let her keep doing what you're doing there. Her finger stabs through the red buttons, narrowing in on a local map. She scrolls to Sierra Madre's main gate, frowns. She calls up the local map, the Suete station, zooms in her intent, expression loses her. Okay. She looks up at you, points at marker on your Pip-Boy, tilts her head. So what I'm thinking, what she's doing there is she's looking at our Pip-Boy and going, wait, I'm supposed to be here. Okay, so why do you think he wants you to go to the Puesta del Sol switching station? She frowns and makes a motion as if you're typing a keys. Then she points at you, raises her left wrist, and pantomimes whatever. She points at you, then she looks at her right, left, raises 2 fingers, tries to type, pauses, slowly shakes her head. Now, so we can deduce what all that pantomiming was by the end result here. And this intelligence check is an example of, oh, that's what you meant. So neither Dean or Dog have the technical aptitude to man the switching station. So all that bullshit could have been just resolved with just give me a damn, intelligence check. I don't need to have all this dialogue, to bog it down. So we're going to do the intelligence 6. She slowly nods, looks impressed, because we're smart, So a lot of these dialogues here don't need to exist, or this pantomiming crap doesn't need to exist. Just give me the medicine crap, or whatever it is. So we have an intelligence 7 here, and we have a medical 75. And so we can get more information out of her about what happened, and all this. I have a feeling that she was in Big Mountain and she had her brain popped out. And maybe she has a new brain, spine, and heart like we do from Big Mountain. So those facial scars weren't done by the Autodoc. The throat scar was. So this is why I'm thinking she was at Big Mountain. Okay, she nods slowly, then puts her hands in front of her throat, closes it slowly, then points at you. I can't restore your voice. We need a real Autodoc to do that. She shivers slightly and shakes her head. I don't understand why they shaved you bald. She looks blankly at you, then touches her head, smiles, and shakes her head. Wait, the Autodoc didn't shave you bald? She waves her hand, then shakes her head, then she nods in the direction of the casino. So I'm thinking she's like, yeah, let's go to the casino. I have a feeling she's trying to sidestep this because she was at Big Mountain, and she doesn't want us to know. So here we go. No, wait, I want to hear this. You were bald before? She nods with an exasperated look, then makes a circle of her hands, repeats twice more, then raises her hand and waves it like wings. She puts both hands in front of her, then makes a motion with her hands as if writing something. So we have an intelligence of 7. Wait, that's a Brotherhood of Steel symbol, right? You're a scribe. But we also have a Brotherhood of Steel check here. You were a Brotherhood of Steel scribe. Bingo. So we're going to go with that one because that's more direct, and that may help us in the future. I don't know with these dialogues. So we're going to say, hey, yeah, we're Brotherhood of Steel. They like us and all this, right? She nods and looks impressed. How the hell did you get out here? She shrugs and points to you and shrugs. How did you get here? Where were you before? She moves her fingers to a wider circle, then raises her hand over her eyes. Okay, so I guess you're looking for something? You're looking for someone. She nods and raises a finger. A man? She nods, makes a motion with her hands around her chin, drawing it down. Then she raises her hand and clenches. Okay, so an angry bearded man is what that means. Points at the Pip-Boy. The man on the Pip-Boy, holotape, Elijah. She nods, looks concerned, taps the side of her head, and expands her hands. So someone smart. She nods, then circles her ear, which means nutty. And here you go, and nuts. She nods and frowns. She's like, yeah. So he's smart and crazy. So we have a speech 50 here. Sounds like it's a pretty important to you to find this person. She frowns, raises 2 fingers, then has them walk together. She looks down at the 2 fingers, and her face becomes angry. Then she chops her hand down and draws the 2 fingers apart. One of the fingers she points at herself. Okay, so he cut you off from someone? She nods. Family or husband? She frowns, shakes her head, and even more at the husband. So she's, cherchez la femme. Oh, girlfriend. She hesitates and waves her hand. So she is into the female stuff here. So you were more than girlfriends, lovers. She nods and looks at you a little surprised, like, "Oh, you got this, huh?" "Yeah, I swing both ways, girl." "What, you think I don't understand love?" She raises an eyebrow, looks at you. "I understand how important a loved one can be." She nods, slowly studying you. She seems to be gauging you again. Which I think she's like, okay, she makes a slow circle motion after that, a moment taps her wrist. And now she's like, hey, we got to go, time. In other words, she's trying to divert this right now. She's like, I don't want to talk about my girlfriend right now. And I think she's like, wait, are you into girls too? I think she's trying to assess what we are. We're a girl into girls. We're also a Brotherhood of Steel. Okay. So we'll get this intelligence 7 out of here. Can't you communicate some other way? Can you write? And she frowns, then pauses, traces one of the scars in her head with her finger. Then she makes a motion as if picking up a pencil, tries to write, then shakes her head. Something to do with the surgery? She pauses, then draws a jagged symbol like an electricity in the air and puts on an odd staring face. She keeps the blank face for a second, then slowly blinks and looks towards her hands, shakes them, and lets them go limp. Now, Medicine 60, that's a specific form of brain surgery using electrodes pre-war. And she nods slowly, then makes the motion of typing and drawing X's and lines in the air, then gives a thumbs up. Now we get a Math Wrath, which is a perk that we took to get more VAT percentage. I think it was a 10% increase in decrease in VAT's usage. So it's kind of an efficiency thing. So you can still do math. That's good to hear. She nods and smiles. I don't know what... I guess she can't write words? I don't know what the hell is going on with this chick. So things would be a lot easier if you did one snap for yes and two snaps for no, like snapping the fingers. She smiles humorously, then she nods slowly, then she shakes her head slowly. She then looks at you, her face wrinkled in a humorless smile. So now we got a perception 6. This is why I needed to take these drugs, because I wouldn't be able to get through these here. So, okay, I get it. Nod slowly. Better than finger snaps. Her face wrinkles more, and then she gives a reluctant smile. A smile. Now, that's more like it. Still smiling, she rolls her eyes and then slowly taps the back of her wrist, as in, we gotta go. You really need to relax. This entire place is a pre-war paradise, you know. She looks at you, surprised, then she opens her mouth as if to laugh, silently. Almost as soon as she utters her silent laugh, she stops, looks pained, and her expression becomes dark. Look, we'll find a way to heal you, all right? She doesn't look at you, continues to stare darkly in front of her. After a moment, she glances at you, then taps the back of her wrist. She nods in front of her. Okay, so she, you know, again, I'm done talking. Let's go. Now, how did you get out here? She points in the direction of the main gate, then points at your collar, shakes her head, and locks her hands around her neck. Then her hands lash out outwards, fingers splayed. She rolls her eyes back. After a second, she turns back to you and shakes her head. So, once these collars are gone, we can just leave? She nods slowly as if thinking, and then she raises an eyebrow, looks skeptical, then shrugs. She points downward, makes a circle around her back to the same spot, and then her finger drifts circling and making her mock frown or something. Okay, now perception 6. You're saying it'll be difficult to return here if we leave. Now, what I'm thinking is that she is here for a purpose. She is here to take out Elijah. Elijah's nuts. He's rogue. He's a danger to humanity because he keeps dabbling in these crazy things. Look what he's doing here. He's putting bomb collars on people's necks, trying to get into this casino here. And he's killing people. So you're saying it'll be difficult to return here if we leave. She shakes her head, points at herself, then points at you, nods. Now, so to return here if I leave. She nods. Now, I don't understand why that's a problem to come back. I mean, this place exists. How is it a one-way? You know, I don't know. I guess they're trying to suspend belief, you know, but not you. She nods. Once. Why can't you find your way back? She slowly shakes her head. She points to the ground, then moves each leg outward, straddling the place where she's pointing. You aren't going to leave, and she nods. Are you trying to break into the casino? She frowns, shakes her head, pauses, then tilts her head slightly, nods slowly. So that's all we have on that dialogue there. So my assumption is that, you know, she's like, no, I'm staying here. I'm here to kill this guy, right? Take him out. How did you end up in the auto dock? She moves her finger to circle, frowns, then drags her hand down to her eyes. She raises them again and points somewhere. Did you get gassed like I did? Yeah. Okay, she nods. She raises an eyebrow, points at you, makes a circle, then points at your feet. Perception 6. What, you want to know how I got here? She smiles and nods. She repeats the circling motion again this time. She lowers her hand and circles her fingers inward until she's pointing, still pointing at the ground between you two. She raises an eyebrow. Okay, now, you could say you followed a radio signal here, a woman's voice, right? She waits. After a second, she raises her eyebrow again. She's looking for more. Now, you know, I'm a courier, right? Turned into, you know, basically an explorer here, trying to solve problems, create problems, whatever you want to say. So I needed supplies. I thought it might lead somewhere interesting. She looks at you for a second, studying you, then nods. And, you know, that's true. I'm looking for loot and, you know, looking for supplies, you know. Points at you, then points to the casino, slowly shakes her head, then points in the direction of the main gate. If I could leave, I would. Now, that's kind of true because look at the situation we're in. This is dangerous. There's, you know, poisonous gas. There's, you know, these creatures trying to kill you, throwing things at you. So, yeah, I think that would be the case. Now, are you saying it's one or the other? You stay or you leave? She frowns, glances in the direction of the casino, then the exit, and then back in the direction of the casino. She shrugs without strength or conviction. She isn't looking at you when she does this. What about you? Slowly shakes her head, then points at the ground. So in other words, she's staying her ground, right? Now, here is a good one. I like this one. Do you know what those machines around the villa are? Shakes her head and then pauses, then makes a small circle with her thumb and forefinger. She points at you and makes the motion of putting something into her palm. So, here's a Sierra Madre chip. I'll need that back. She examines the chip for a second, raises it to her eye, turns it to the side, gauging its diameter and width. She runs her finger over the surface, slowly checking engravings. She then tosses the chip back to you. She then pretends to look around, sees something on the floor, pretends to bend down, pick it up, then blah, blah, blah. Okay, so she's looking for, like looting. Or is there something over here, something over there? So, perception 6. Can you scrounge more somehow? She smiles and nods. She stands still for a second, then stops and slowly makes the motion of bending down and scooping something up. She then holds an imaginary object in her hand, as if heavy, puts it in front of her, and as if on a table. She then hefts that what looks like a small box, pours it on the top of an object. Okay, now, so she's at a crafting bench, all right. You can make more of those at a workbench with the right materials. Intelligence 6. She smiles and nods. She points at your Pip-Boy, makes a motion opening it up and removing something from it. Then she raises her hand, makes the motion of smashing it and holding it up the remains. You need a battery, a fission battery, and scrap metal. And you can counterfeit the chips. She nods, impressed. Then she points at you and her and makes a circle. Can you teach me how to do it? She nods. Then she makes a series of hand motions to represent a weight and amount, enough so you think you could do it yourself. And there we go. We have the coin operator perk, allowing you to make Sierra Madre chips, metal slugs at workbenches using fission batteries and metal scrap metal. So I don't know where these fission batteries are. They might be somewhere. I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye out for them. They are heavy. This question here, what weapons are you skilled at? Here, we'll find out right now. I'll just get through the end. All right, energy, weapons, explosives, melee, unarmed, and guns. Is that all? She nods once. Okay, there you go. So that's what she's good at. And it's one of those things where if you're playing a very difficult mode, which, you're going to need to know what these folks can do. So I'm going to say goodbye. And there we go. Now, there's nothing new with this guy here. We're just gonna, if we talk to him, we're just gonna get the same information as from anybody else. So, Dean.
Well, now, if it isn't my ball, chain, and dog collar rolled all into one.
Yes. So he's got a lot of dialogue here. Now, the weapons he's skilled at, he's small guns and knife and a little bit of explosives. So he's not a fighter. He's not melee. He's good with a gun. He was able to take out these creatures. Now the strat that I can take is kind of let him do the thing, and I need to have a knife in my hand. And when he takes somebody down, I gotta run over and chop them so they don't get back up, because these things just keep coming and coming and coming if you don't take their legs off or head or arm or whatever. So I'm not gonna ask him that. Now this one here, the Vera thing, he knew Vera because he's 200 years old, and basically Vera, this guy here, Sinclair, built this hotel casino thing, all this for her, because when a guy's got when he's got his hots for some girl, he's gonna do some crazy stuff. So he went and built this whole thing. He says it's like Cleopatra. Now he talks about the vending machines, which is about the he calls it a grift. So sell stuff to keep people buying stuff so that you can keep selling stuff. Something like that. Then let's see here. Let's ask about the cloud here.
The cloud showed up after the bomb, I think.
No, it didn't.
I got used to it in small doses. Now it covers the city. Over the years, it kept climbing up out of the Sierra Madre until it was curtains for the sun. Didn't see the sky again. Doesn't seem to bother the ghost people. Can't see through it too well, though, so sometimes I can use the cloud for cover, if I get desperate.
So there you go. Another thing about the vending machines, there are cards, he said. He's calling them cards, but they're like holotapes. And each person that was in this area, like security guards, doctors, vendors, they all had cards that had codes where you could get certain things from them. So if you were security, obviously you get, you know, armor, weapons, things like that, I guess. We know about ammo. So each specific area is going to have unique items for that area. For example, the medical spot, we found Med-X, right? So that's kind of what's going on with that. So we have to keep an eye out for these things when we're out and about, of course. So what can you tell me about the villa in the town?
Residential area, clinic, police station. Should keep away from the police station. It's a ghost people hangout. Salida del Sol, Puesta del Sol are East Town, West Town. Sunrise and sunset.
And there you go. That's what those mean.
Or were when the streets and sky weren't covered with toxic gas. Ghost people don't come into the villa much. West Town and East Town, though, they're thick with the cloud and ghost people. Like hunting grounds.
That's not good. All right, so I think we should travel together.
Strike up the band. Domino's back in town.
Yes. And here's the perk I was talking about. This perk, it's called the Unclean Living perk. It grants you a short period of time before taking damage inside a toxic cloud, as well as reducing the amount of damage you take inside the toxic cloud by 25%. So that means we could dip in, or if we kind of catch the edge of one, we're not going to take damage. We'll get a little distorted display there, you know. Oh, we're getting damage. So it helps kind of alleviate, you know, future or potential damage. And then if we have to go into the cloud for prolonged periods to do whatever we need to do, that 25% reduction helps keep our health a little bit higher. So that's good to know. Now, what I'm going to do...
Hell on my knees.
He's like, oh, it's hard on my knees. So now that we have him, you can see that we have to go in here to the Puesta del Sol. And then we're going to have to, you know, there's other areas that we have to explore. So let me get there. Now, what I'm thinking is that he's going to be... Oh, I did go out and explore a little bit, and I found a couple more of those logs where I can sell more equipment, or, you know, like clothing and stuff for chips. So anyway, where are we going here? We got to go over this way, I guess. It's very confusing because I don't know where all the doors and stuff are. There we are. They're still talking. Oh my god. All right.
If you need food, stims, put in a chip.
Yeah, this talking mod is still frickin' going.
Hold out your hand.
All right. This is the spot here. Let's go in here. And now we have this discovered. We're in a brand new area now. So this is a loading screen. I don't think we'd be able to see this area. So it's like a cell, kind of like Fallout 3, the tunnels and stuff. That's, I think, what they're doing here. So here's what we could do. We could say, wait.
Don't be look.
Now, I'm going to test this out here. There's these creatures. Oh my god. How did they detect me so quickly? I'm literally a stealthy guy. Oh, you know what's good to know? He didn't, oh, crap. Oh, boy. Oh. Alright, when he takes him down, one of them down, I'm gonna try and chop him up. Okay, there he goes. Now, I got him. Take him down. There we go. Got him. There he goes. Good. Alright, there we go. So, Ghost Harvester. Now, that's the strategy that I think I'm going to have to take. But for some reason, I think that since he's attached to me, I'm going to have a problem with my sneak. And I still am going to test this out here. There's some kind of radio signal here, and I don't know what the hell it is. Now, here's another issue. It doesn't tell me where he is, which is very annoying. So, I don't think that I can safely leave him behind. So, I might as well just take him with me, you know. Ah, here we go. So, this is a way to traverse. There's that damn radio. Oh no, it's not a radio. I thought it was. Oh. Look at all this. Now this looks like an arrow, which I don't know if it is.
What's next?
Pointing this way. And I think we're supposed to, yeah, we're supposed to traverse around this area. Oh, look at this. I missed that, luckily. That's a jerk move. The other thing is, yeah, okay. So we're supposed to go like here, and I'm gonna sneak. Oh, look at that! Jerks. Wow.
There, the switching station. That's where you'll need to bring the mute.
Okay, that's the switching station. That's where the mute goes. This guy came on the radio and said that. I'll try and include it. Gala is the only way in. Yeah, see, that's an arrow right there, see? Drawn in. So now these things are coming after me, but I don't know where my buddy is. Whoa. Oh, look! Foreman's key. We'll take that just in case I need it.
If your marker's right, think the roost we're looking for is to the southeast.
Alright, I finally made it over here. It's been a real pain in the rear. You know, when you don't know these areas. You know, because I've never played this before. Oh, hi. Oh, tin cans are part of that recipe for this guy gave me here. And anyway, yeah, these things are just so hypersensitive. I don't know why. They weren't before. So apparently we're supposed to go up here somewhere. And this is why we need him, the red cloud here. So let's see what we can find.
I can help you with the cloud. Not for long, though.
There we go. Okay, we're through it. Now, yeah, so I just have to make my way up. And find, oh god. And find, out of my way, where he's supposed to go. And then, I guess I'll leave him there.
You're at the Ghoul's Gala area.
Oh.
Now make him stay.
Oh.
So, this is where I'm supposed to put on the show.
Okay.
Played better venues, let me tell you.
Ah.
What's that there? Wiring? Looks like it's tied to the sound system in the villa. Except for that snipped section there. So, what? I stand here, hold the two ends in my hands and tap them together like cymbals?
I like this one. I could just jab both those wires into you, close the circuit that way. Alright, that's the plan. Are you going to be able to do it safely?
Safely? What? After your sweet and ruthless talk when we first met, now you care about my safety? Right. Look. I strike up the speaker system, there's going to be ghosts all over this place. Any change in the sounds around here, the ghost people are not big on talking. They are big on listening, hunting, killing.
Yeah.
More vicious than music critics, trust me.
So this one here, if I clear out all the ghost people in the area, would you change your mind? I don't know what that... I mean, I could... But it's kind of a waste of ammo, so I just need you to stay here and do it.
In the middle of town here? Alone? On a rooftop with a big light show in the air? Tell you what, why don't you just give me one of those space-age cosmic knives so I can slit my wrists, be less painful checking out that way?
So we have a lie here. Dean, I wouldn't leave you here, I swear. I think I'm going to go with that one. Because I don't think the ghost people are going to come for him. It's just, you know, more busy work for us. So let's do the lie.
Sure, nice words, nice promises. Not worth a dime out here in the shadow of the Sierra Madre.
Okay.
You say you wouldn't leave me here, I know better. And you leave me here, this gala event isn't going to happen. I can feel it.
Oh. Oh, karma lost. What do you know? Alright, looks like the only option really that makes sense here is clearing out the ghost people.
No, you want to know why? Because there's more beneath the streets, in the buildings, and no, everywhere else. They hear anything out of the ordinary, especially music screaming through the speakers when I close the connection. They'll be here fast.
Oh, Science 60. So the villa has holograms everywhere. If I switch on some to cover the area...
Well, yeah. If the hologram system still worked, that'd do the trick. Okay, all right. You call up some of those old-world stiffs. That'd be an audience I wouldn't mind having below.
Oh. Okay, let me see if I can reactivate the holograms.
If I remember correctly, there should be 2 holograms you can switch on in the area. Just don't remember how. Do that, and I'll consider waiting on the rooftop. Maybe.
Oh, so this got a little deeper here. Now,
When in doubt, step quiet.
when I
Watch where you step.
did this last time, well, I found a hologram when I was putzing around. Oh, he's not staying here. Oh, I don't want you coming with me. Gotta blow my cover. Yeah, so anyway, Scotch, sure. I'll take it. I'm trying to take all the booze I can until I can find an auto doctor or, you know, cure my addictions or something. Oh, what's this? Security station? Activate hologram! Warming up projector. And there it is, right there. So I guess this keeps these things from attacking? I don't know. Well, there's another thing there. I guess, oh boy. Can I make it there from here? Alright, I think I finally found this terminal. Holy cow. Yay! There it is. Holy cow, it is so confusing. I mean, they took the DC tunnels in Fallout 3 and said, hold my beer. Because this place is nothing but confusion. They have all these, like, shops you go through, upstairs, outdoors. And, you know, couple that with the creatures and the cloud and, you know, not knowing where the hell I'm going. Holy crap. Okay, now, Dean is taken care of here, I think. What's this? Oh, we'll take that for perception. Lots of good stuff here.
Where there's a
Right.
bear trap, ghost people aren't far behind.
Oh, really? Okay. So now I gotta make my way back to where he was supposed to be. Oh, look at this. We got another thing there. If I ever need chips, which I'm not having trouble with right now, I know, you know, I got plenty of chips for it. These carton of cigarettes, I'm basically focusing on those right now. Because those are easy grabs. I have a feeling that once I set him down... Oh, yes. This is interesting. I think Elijah's been here.
If I ever had to come here, I stuck to the overhangs and roofs.
Ah.
Sidewalks up there.
Yep. That's what I'm doing, buddy. Okay, Ruined Cafe, see? That's how I got up here. I had to come through here to go into that hole. Oh, let Dean know it's safe. Okay, so we gotta talk to him.
Well, now, if it is...
Both holograms are on now. It's safe for you to get to your position.
You powered the holograms up? Well...
Yeah, you were here with me.
Yeah, that's pretty good protection. Sure worked at the fountain. Vera kept the ghost people away.
Oh.
But, how do I know the power won't suddenly go out? And, I don't know, this still sounds risky to me. For me.
Oh! Look, Black Widow! A man with cold feet isn't someone I'd share a bed with.
Wait, hold on. I didn't say I was scared. Cold feet. Don't be ridiculous. I've played to worse crowds than this. I can hold the fort here.
There we go.
But listen, when this thing goes off, try and get into the Sierra Madre without me. You'll wish you hadn't.
There we go. Questing mark. You lost Dean's Unclean Living Park. Oh, no. Oh. So he's just going to head there on his own. Okay. Now, I guess these holograms, I guess they're going to take these creatures out now? How does a hologram destroy things? It's just light. I don't know. Oh, now what's this? Okay, get dog to the switching substation in Salida del Sol. Okay. Look at this. What the hell is this crap? See, you gotta go into the shop. Then there's a door inside, and then a door outside, and then I don't know how this. And I'm supposed to go here. I guess that's the way out. Holy mother, how confusing can you get? I mean, it's nice to have the map markers, don't get me wrong. Oh, hi. But it gets pretty nuts. Oh, okay, so we go out here. Now I'm going to sneak. Okay, looks like it... Oh, straight out? Oh, okay. Yeah. Alright, folks, I'm back at the Fountain of Safety. And next episode... Yeah, this episode's already long. Yeah, we'll work on the god dog guy. Hopefully we can get him squared away. I guess we might have to switch his brain over to dog.
Can't believe the idiot swallowed his collar.
Yeah. So we'll work on that next episode. I got both mods installed. I think I don't know if I covered that, but I had one, then I had the other. Now I have both. And then I disabled. There's one that includes what was it? Ganon and somebody else. I want to say the girl, the Brotherhood of Steel companions. So I decided to just go with that one because it includes these morons and two others from the Mojave, part. But he's still yapping away. Apparently, the mod dev, he didn't eliminate the dialogue. It's just every 60 seconds now, but it seems like it's more. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so next episode we'll work on dog. Get him set on his little station or whatever he's doing. And then I'm hoping that we can fix her voice, Christine, and get her to start talking. There's mention of an auto dock. Now, I don't know this DLC at all. Maybe there is a way that we could take care of it after the Madre is opened or whatever. So I'm just going to carry on like, I'm not going to try and sweat it. So we'll take care of that, this dog character or god character next week. Or next week. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.